looks really clean in Uzbekistan. Just looks that they're taking care of their places. I'm Camilla and make travel and geography related videos, and today we are zooming in on the first country in Central Asia of this series, Uzbekistan. I think this country will fascinate Uzbekistan. So what does Uzbekistan mean? As some of you might already know, the suffix stan that you can also find in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan is an old Persian word that means place of or stand. So Uzbekistan means place of the Uzbeks. What does that mean? Ben means man and Uzbek means genuine man. So place of the genuine man. Uzbekistan lies in Central Asia and is double landlocked, meaning it is surrounded only by other landlocked countries. There are only 2 countries in the world that are double landlocked. Liechtenstein is the other one. And that is pretty impressive since Uzbekistan is bordered by 5 countries: Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Turkmenistan. I just want to pay attention to this part of the country. Look at that border, so irregular. It takes some effort to see which country is which. Uzbekistan has 5 exclaves in Kyrgyzstan. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this little one, 5. I just need to take a look at this exclave, how narrow it is. Only about 270 meters. Uzbekistan is the 56th largest country, just smaller than Sweden, and number 41 in population with nearly 34 million people. The capital city is Tashkent and is clearly the biggest city, 5 times as big as the 2nd largest city, Samarkand. On number 3 we have Namangan. And now for the extreme points. Here is the easternmost point, south, west, and north. Let's see how regular the shape of the country is. I measure the size of this rectangle and take Uzbekistan's land area and find that Uzbekistan fills 33% of the rectangle. Now we'll zoom in on the capital, Tashkent. Okay, so the first thing that I'm noticing is Tashkent lies really close to the border with Kazakhstan. I'm gonna take my ruler and then just measure. Yeah, just over 3 kilometers. It is really close to Kazakhstan. Oh, and I can see an airport here, but this also looks like an airport. We have the Tashkent Zoo. Recreation park. Locomotive maybe? Okay, let's try some street view. I just want to try here. Okay, we're in Tashkent. There are some people walking there. This looks like an important building. A really big building too. There is some snow lying here. Cannot walk. No, cannot walk. Alright. Yeah, I've seen this before. They paint the trees white. Let's try another place. Oh, it is the Tashkent Conservatorium of Music. See, I thought it was an important building. Okay, Anavoy National Park. Let's just try there. Looks like an interesting city. Look at that blue bridge. The blue seats. That's a big fountain. Yeah, I like it. You can just sit here and relax and enjoy the views. Lakes and rivers. Uzbekistan has some large lakes, for instance the Aral Sea. It used to be larger though. The Aral Sea and former parts of the sea are easily visible if we zoom out far. This is what it looked like in 1969, and this is what is left. It used to be the 4th largest lake in the world, just a little bit smaller than Lake Superior. So what happened? Well, people decided to use the water for irrigation. The rivers that fed the lake were rerouted to irrigate land, so it didn't receive much water anymore, and the water that was there was being used for irrigation. There is a continental climate, meaning there are hot summers and cold winters, and there's little rainfall. Just the kind of landscape I like. Just look at how pretty it is. Another lake is, maybe you already see it, yes, the Aydar Lake. It is relatively new and man-made when there were strong floods in the 60s in the Sardara Reservoir on the Ser Daria River. A lot of water was streaming into the deserty lowlands, and now it's the 2nd largest lake of Uzbekistan. I will tell you more about this place in the travel suggestions part, but I can tell you something more about the Ser Daria River now. It originates in the Tian Shan Mountains in Kyrgyzstan and eastern Uzbekistan and flows for 2,212 kilometers through Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan to the Aral Sea. It is in fact one of two rivers that stream into the Aral Sea, the other one being the Amu Darya, which is also the longest river in Uzbekistan. This one originates in the mountains of Tajikistan and Afghanistan. Now to the tallest points. The western and central parts seem to be rather flat, but as we take a look at the southeastern part, we can see there are definitely some mountains here. The highest point is called Kasret Sultan and has a height of 4,643 meters, or 15,233 feet. It lies in a Gizar mountain range. Let's do a random street view. Okay, where should we go? Let's just pay a visit to Samarkand too. See what happens there. Okay, I guess we're outside the city of Samarkand, but that's okay. Tomb of Imam Bukhari. Okay, where are we? It's a beautiful building. They're dressed nicely. Look at this. I have this impression that everything looks really clean in Uzbekistan. Just looks that they're taking care of their places. So yeah, that was the Tomb of Imam Bukhari. I'm gonna try one more place. Let's try this one here. Whoa! This is beautiful. Is that snow, the white stuff? Maybe it's salt? I think it's snow. What is this? Looks like some ruins. Look at those views. He's looking at the views. I don't know what it is, but it's really cool to see. Opposite side time. I take the ruler and put it in the capital city, then I find the point that is the furthest away. Okay, we're in the South Pacific Ocean. Nowhere near land. Yeah, the closest land is Easter Island belonging to Chile, about 1,500 kilometers away. Relatively close are also the Pitcairn Islands, 2,500 kilometers away. Phew, better head back to Uzbekistan and time for some travel suggestions. First, the Idar Lake. It is an interesting lake because it is relatively new. Just 50 years ago, this was only a desert. And look at it now. You can really visit throughout the whole year, as it doesn't freeze during the winter. And you can have almost the entire lake just for yourself, since only 200 people live around here. Since the Aral Sea is drying up, many birds have decided to move here instead. So it is a great place for bird watching. To get here, you could drive a car. It's about 3 hours away from Samarkand. And you even get to cross some mountains first and some desert. Yeah, the Kızılkum Desert is a huge desert in Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. Gotta love the continental climates. What also has a continental climate is the capital Tashkent. With its 4 million inhabitants, it is the largest city in Central Asia. So here is where it happens. There are mosques, Soviet architecture, the Shursu Bazaar where you can do some people watching, and food tasting. Go to the Amir Timur Museum to learn about history. And when you're done with Tashkent, you can take a 3-hour train ride to Samarkand, which attracts tourists because it is on the Silk Road. And it has so many beautiful buildings. Uzbekistan is a safe country to travel to and it has so much to offer. I hope I get to see Uzbekistan someday. The mountains and the dry landscapes really fascinate me, as well as visiting a large city within that dry landscape. These were some geographical facts on Uzbekistan. Next up is Uruguay, and we're zooming out. Thank you for watching, guys.